So we continue with the masking, and I've done a rough selection of Tristan here, and I'm going to bring him into this image. And as you can see, I've done a magnetic lasso selection and some touch-ups on him so that I can mask out quickly. So again, we're going to check to make sure we're on black, and then go to the brush tool. Now, since I have a very, very large, decent selection here, I'm just going to make the brush very, very large, and that way I can brush it out really quickly. So there we go. Oop. And undo that. We haven't masked yet, so let's do a mask. And let's see if it masks. There we go. And you notice if I do a mask, it automatically puts black in. So I've masked him out totally. And if I wanted to move him off the side, I could put him here. Now this looks very, very strange. Obviously I could make it smaller if I wanted to. Make it more in line with the size of Darian, I guess. Actually, large is probably good. Okay. We can leave him here on these rocks. It looks a little odd because it's green here. I left in these rocks just because I thought that was really interesting. But we could move Darian around. Let's move him over. And I'll put him further back. Let's make him look like he's coming over here. And we will shrink him down so that he is a smaller size and further away. Let's go about there. Maybe a little smaller. Give a bit more depth. And his foot is still masked, so wherever I put his foot, it will go into the snow. There we go. And in addition to doing masking, so that'll be our masking for now, but I also want to teach you a little bit about cloning. And so cloning, what we're going to do is we're going to just extend this bit of land here just out a little bit further. And the way you clone is you take the clone stamp tool here, make sure you're on the correct layer. So in this case, we're going to alter the background layer. And in fact, so I don't actually totally alter the original layer, I'm just going to duplicate that layer. And I am going to clone about from here and bring the whole thing out here. So, and this requires a little bit of skill. So I'm going to click here, and then what you're going to do is move across like this, and then I think I'll start here. And then, as you can see, it just clones it out, and you end up with the same tree line as before. So you see this duplicated pattern here? You've got these trees here. All I did was I literally just copied over top of it, and I extended the tree line. Now I could do that again. I could just select it again, click here, and I'll end up with 3. Now the problem is you end up with repeating patterns, which can be problematic in the future. So if I do this, and I've got it like this again, and you can see I have a repeating pattern 3 times. Okay, now whether people would notice that that's a repeating pattern or not, but I have extended the shoreline, and if I continue this, I could actually eliminate this horizon line altogether. But that's what the clone tool is really good for, if you're just modifying a photograph. In addition, you can use the clone tool if you wanted to get rid of, say, facial blemishes or things like that. Now, I believe I got a couple on Tristan here, so let's take a peek. We'll go in really tight. And you can see he's got a couple little marks on his face that I might want to get rid of. So what I could do is I could make the circle smaller. It's even smaller than that. And say I just wanted to get rid of this blemish here. I could just clone the same sort of color, which is about there, and just move it over top. Oh, actually got to be on Tristan's layer. There we go, on Tristan's layer. Clone here. And then go over top and then just click, and it is gone. Yeah, I could do the same thing down here. He's got a slight one there. I'll go very close to it and then click. So what you're doing, oh, see, it's a little bit light there, so I don't want to do that. So maybe I'll take the cloning color from up here. So if I take it from here and I go click here and then move down, it'll be a darker color. There we go. That's a better cloning. Okay. Now, the whole idea is that when you hold down the Option key, you're selecting where it's going to clone from, and then whenever you move it, it shows what you're going to clone to. So if I want to give Tristan, say, 2 eyes or an eye on his forehead, I could go like this. I could click here, and then I'll say I want to put his eye here. Say I put it centered on his forehead, and then all I'd have to do is to go like that, and it will literally clone his eye like this, which looks ridiculous. So we're going to take that off. Anyway, but that's what the cloning tool does. Now you can see my mask is not perfect, so I'd probably still want to adjust that. But for now, this gives you an idea of what masking is about and what cloning is about. And I will bring it back to normal. And I hope you enjoyed that tutorial.